it affects the police in the community. There are police officers who are from the community. They have families in the community. They work in the community. Same community where all the other things are happening. And I maintain it will affect them emotionally, and it is wrong because there's no need to do it because Indicom was established to do the investigation and come up with a case, and they don't need cameras to make the cases. The police don't have cameras and scenes. We find a dead body on the street, and it takes 3 months from suggestion by that what is happening out there is not quite correct. People believe that the police is doing out there to intercept gangs and kill them unnecessarily. It affects the police in the community. There are police officers who are from the community. They have families in the community. They work in the community. Same community where all the other things are happening. And I maintain it will affect them emotionally, and it is wrong because there's no need to do it because Indicom was established to do the investigation and come up with a case, and they don't need cameras to make the cases. The police don't have cameras and scenes. We find a dead body on the street, and it takes 3 months, 4 months, you find out who did the murder, and you charge them.
All right. It sounds to me as if you're suggesting that there should be no comment on any incident until a matter has gone through the court 10 years' time, and we see whatever is the outcome.
Comments must be responsible.
But I have not heard you make any specific reference or any specific quote that would suggest irresponsibility.
I will look for them if you want and come back. But I know in January, after the 12 shootings, police shooting, there's a lot of noise. One writer suggests that the police were lying about cameras. You don't do that kind of public against any senior commissioner of the police like that. Then you had other things. It was just coming through. Something was wrong, what they're doing. There was a whole heap of noise about it.
Here's one story. Here's one story with some direct quotes. The Jamaica Observer reported January 3, the headline was JFJ alarmed at fatal shootings on first day of 2026. And it quotes the executive director saying the situation was untenable. The very next paragraph was, at the same time, she welcomed the performance of the police in 2025 in reducing murders through its various initiatives and operations. Jackson said it's important to highlight the success of the police, but at the same time, the reality on the flip side, where citizens are being fatally shot by the security forces, is too alarming to ignore. She said the alarming trend follows a troubling close to 2025, which saw 311 police fatal shootings, the highest number since 2010, a 65% increase in police-related shootings compared to the 189 in 2024, underscoring a pattern that demands immediate scrutiny. What in that sounds intemperate or irresponsible?
You keep saying the situation is untenable, which means the police, technically the police shooting criminals is untenable, but they should reduce murders. Makes sense. But one of the things I have to go by
criminal is untenable.
And I don't have to form the papers to quote from, and I just know that the noise against the police in general, I was very upset about it, and I continue to be, and I maintain my position. But there's statistically, I think it's called Pierce coefficient when you analyze two events that relate to each other. And the coefficient for police shootings against murder, reduction murder, like 0.99, which means it's almost it's a negative thing, but it shows that what statistics of that sort tend to suggest, and let me use the word suggest, is that by increasing police shootings, you're reducing murders. That's what it suggests. That's statistical analysis. It doesn't have to do with police or philosophy or law. And you can have your mathematician and a statistician analyze it. The question is 0.99. Now you come to February, and of course the police cool down a little bit, and it's going the other way, right? And some people take praise for that.
Have you seen a couple of things? Have you seen the community protests that have taken place in situations where they said the police have unlawfully killed members of the community who had done nothing, who had done no wrong?
We just come in and kill everybody, sir, and then only say a shootout. Come on, man.
We've seen some of those protests.
They are much less these days than they were before. They used to happen almost every shooting.
I'm not sure what the point is, though, because
I'm just saying that will happen sometime, and we'll have to investigate and come to a proper conclusion.
But
I'm concerned. I see it.
I'm
concerned, but I'm saying that there was a time when they used to get it after it used to happen after every shooting. Now it happens occasionally, and in one case, I think down in Manchester, the community came out afterwards to support the police.
You sound as if you think it's what they call it in times of war, when innocent people get killed accidentally. You sound as if it's something that we kind of have to accept.
Collateral damage.
There you go. Thank you so much. You sound as if you think it's collateral damage we have to accept.
But you see, when you speak to the issue, you speak to it professionally. Let me say it up on your program. And no problem. I think some of the way some are expressed, as well as how some are interpreted, creates an...
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to Talk Jamaica. Lots of things to talk about this morning. And you know, on a Sunday morning, it is your morning to speak. And we open the phone lines and take all the calls. I think we're going to be joined by Conrad O'Brien this morning in his capacity as an analyst on Caribbean and global matters. Yeah, man, he's right here. Because a lot of things are happening in the world. And, you know, there is a war in the Middle East right now. And one of the things that Obi is versed on is that Middle East and the effect that it have on the Caribbean. So we're going to just bring him in right now. Conrad O'Brien, good morning.
Hi, Colin. How are you doing, my friend and brother?
I am doing well. Personally, I'm doing well. But, you know, with everything around the world, I am very concerned right now. And how Jamaica and the Caribbean, but you know, my first responsibilities for Jamaica. How is it that we are going to navigate these happenings around the world right now with what is happening down there in the Middle East, and what effect will it have on the Caribbean? You are very versed on that. Speak to us, Obi.
Colin, again, good morning. The truth is that, you know, there's a saying that whenever we always use the acronym that whenever the U.S. cough, Jamaica catch a cold. Yes. Now, what is happening in the Middle East? It's not just about Jamaica. It's about the Caribbean, basically impacted. Because remember, Colin, that one of the things that we talk about is the whole business of the impact of oil. Oil is all pervasive in terms of all our small state economy. So when you look at the potential, we are already before one missile had fired, we were talking about the possibility of oil reaching $100 per barrel. When you hear the international expert now, we're talking about where it could see it goes as high as $165 per barrel. Hello. And when you look at that, Colin, you just imagine the implication that will have on Jamaica. And the fact is that what we're seeing now seems as if it could be a protracted period. The other aspect of it, Colin, it is not just the whole business of oil. We're talking about travel. We're talking about travel, and remember that a number of us, the Caribbean island, to include Jamaica, a major chunk of our income is really tourism. So we were already suffering from Hurricane Melissa. So right now, it's a double whammy, Colin. What we're seeing now emanating out of the Middle East, it is not child's play, Colin. And I want talking to you this morning because it dovetails, Colin, more and more into a pet peeve of yours as to how can we build out indigenous industries that can basically move Jamaica forward. And when you talk about the creative industry, Colin, one of the aspects of it that you always talk about is packaging. How do we package the thing? How do we make movies? How do we create channels that people can download, people can subscribe to? Because what is happening now, by virtue of what is taking place in the Middle East, Colin, the underground movement in terms of tourism on the oil aspect is going to basically have tremendous impact on us. You understand what I'm saying, Colin?
Yes, Lord, yes. And somebody in the chat room right away is saying the edge tax. You remember that edge that the GLP forfeited, and they are still collecting the money.
Absolutely. So all in all, Colin, it's really and truly. And when you look at, remember now, there is also another aspect of what is happening. Just yesterday, Colin, I opine that, listen, I am hazarding a guess that what we could be seeing is multiple suicidal bombing taking place across the world.
Jesus Christ. I spoke to somebody in the UK yesterday, and they were putting forward those same concerns and how close the UK is to the Middle East, and if anything like that is going to be happening, it's going to happen in the UK, those places first, who are not even involved in the war.
You know, Colin, just yesterday, immediately after I put that out, and I wasn't watching. Wasn't hearing any from any.
It wasn't on the program. It was a personal call. It wasn't on the program.
No, I'm saying that I wasn't talking to anybody. But immediately as I turned my TV to CNN, it was the same discussion that was taking place within the international space as to how fluid this can be, and also the kind of unilateral move that Donald J. Trump, the president of the United States, made on his own. That is why the Senate and House personnel are so livid, because they're saying
Bobby, don't lose your thought, but let me just say to the viewers and callers, it's your program, so please feel free to call. The number is 876-804-7072. Continue, Bobby.
Yeah, man. The Americans are also livid, Colin, even people within the Republican Party, because they're saying that, listen, Donald Trump is basically acting on a frolic of his own. He had not gone to the Senate or anything to discuss and to deliberate on this. And they are livid because they're saying that, listen, here is a man who basically ran on a ticket of moving away from war and so on, and not be embark on regime change and so on, and he's making now a 360-degree turn totally from that.
At the table with Iran? Weren't they at the table negotiations was taking place with Iran?
Those things were actually there, Colin, but there is also a bigger conversation on this, that another layer to this is a continuum of the oil scenario that Donald Trump has a pet peeve with,
Yes.
So when you look, but here is it, Colin. The world now is being thrown in a tailspin, and as we have said early in the piece, that small island states such as the Caribbean will be impacted on this in a major way, Colin. Because remember now,
let's invite our first caller, Obi. Call. Go ahead, caller. Morning, welcome. Talk Jamaica.
Hello, morning, Colin and Obi.
Hi, nephew. How are you? Good morning.
Colin, Obi, the question me want to ask. We are hearing that the President of America have no such power on his own to do this. But yet still the President continued to do it and no action had been taken against him. How could that be? That's the question I'm asking you, Obi.
You know, nephew, you're asking a very, very important question, and there's one answer to it. The fact of the matter is that the President of the United States is acting unconstitutionally. He is basically breaching every tenet of the American Constitution. What the President has done over the last few period of time, how many times, is basically breach the American Constitution. So the question is, what are the sanctions that's available to the American House and Senate as it relates to what action they can take against their president. Because if the president is allowed to operate on a phallic of his own, when you have a constitution, then what that says right here in Jamaica, we know that we have seen where our government had acted unconstitutionally. It went to the court, and the decision has to be reversed. No, the war had basically started, so you can't reverse that which had started. But certainly, what is available by way of the sanction of the American president?
Neville?
Yes, I'm here. The next question I want to, but it's not really a question. A few months ago, they said a bomb in Iran, what do you call it, nuclear plants.
Yes.
And it was so damaged. It was so damaged that it will take Iran years.
The president said
Yes,
right.
That's what Donald Trump said, Neville. Yeah, man, it was overrated.
And then they come back a few months after, come kill the president because while a talk they were having talk. It is clear that this attack on Iran is to protect Israel in the Middle East, because the argument is Iran is the only threat to Israel. They have seen where Iran have fired some missile on Israel and able to land in Israel and create some damage. So this attack now on Israel and Iran is clearly telling that it is abuse of power by Donald Trump and Netanyahu just to protect the interests of Israel. Because don't forget, you remember that the outgoing president before Trump, that was the one of Trump,
Biden
retired one day.
Biden.
When name again?
Joe Biden.
Remind me of it.
Joe Biden.
Biden.
Yeah.
You remember, Biden did tell Israel, Iran, when they were about to act up in, tell Iran, say, watch yourself when Israel attack Gaza, and start bomb Gaza, Biden tell Iran, watch yourself, because the whole Middle East, they are just Israel just afraid of Iran.
Yes.
And it is clearly that it's not about no nuclear this, that. It's just to make sure to guarantee the safety of Israel in the Middle East.
Because hold on, Neville, in the recent negotiations with Iran, that was ongoing up to last week, Iran was saying that we will not store any material that can build nuclear weapon,
But you forgot we're in Qatar, where the talks were taking place. Qatar said they were close to a deal.
Yes.
Very, very close to a deal.
So I don't understand this.
But
you're right, and it's about protection of Israel. Hold on,
that is why the word of the president of the United States don't worth anything, because even before he struck, he said that he continued to use the word obliterated, that the capacity of the nuclear plant in Iran has been totally obliterated, right? He could basically insert another word there and said their system has been pulverized, grind to dust. That means to say the capacity. Absolutely. That means the capacity. So it filtered nicely into the conversation that nephew is having mentioned there as it relates to the Israeli. And it shows that the only person that seems to be drumbeat that Donald is marching to is Netanyahu and those in Israel, right? He's not even paying his own Senate and House any mind. He is going full speed ahead with Netanyahu and Israel. And it begs the question, Colin, what is really happening? This kind of wickedness that we are seeing perpetuated by Israel and by extension Donald Trump. We see where they are basically children who have gone to look firewood. They have been taken out totally by Israel, and everybody sit quiet and not arguing those points.
Nevio, finally.
Yeah, because before I go, the next point I want to make, Netanyahu will have to face the people of Israel in an election very shortly, you know. Is the people of Israel really afraid of Iran? So if they can bring this up on Iran now, then it will convince the people in Israel now to return back Netanyahu because they are yes.
So it's a whole heap of games.
Hold on. You forget that Netanyahu said that Donald Trump is the greatest president America have ever had.
Well,
he made that speech
in a little while. In a little while, I am going to show you all who is going to emerge the beneficiary of all of this. I don't hear nobody mention him yet, but I'm going to show you in a little while. Stay tuned. Who is going to benefit and who will emerge from all that is happening right now with Donald Trump and what he's doing.
But I just finish up by saying, Donald Trump not reading the dice right. There's nothing America can do to quiet the Arab people where suicide bombing is concerned. And it can kind of calm down for the past year or so. You know, I hear much about it worldwide.
Right.
It do happen within the little circle of the Middle East, but outside of the Middle East, you know, you hear it like when it in 9/11, when it in step up.
Because remember when America invaded Iraq, ISIS came out of that, you know, man, and the world was a different place, you know. So it looked like that them a push again. But thank you, nephew. Give somebody else a chance.
Right,
yeah, man. Right. This is Talk Jamaica. We do it every Sunday morning. It's your time to speak. We have Conrad O'Brien on the line co-hosting with me this morning because we're looking at this war down there in the Middle East. And what they are now saying that Iran is actively cutting off that little strip there, the strip where 20% of the world oil come through. So the oil argument now is getting serious. Talk to us about that. Obi? I don't know why we're not hearing Obi. But we're still taking your calls and we still have the link. I don't know why Obi not hearing me. I don't see any problem with his link.
Colin?
Yeah, man. You went away a while ago.
No, I was very much there. You know, I don't know what had happened. I don't know what had happened.
Let's go to another call. Caller, morning.
Good morning, Sir Bell, and to all your listeners. You see, based on the topic with the war, you know.
Yeah.
You see, a lot of people now remember in 1979, this set a man, I think is the same man where Donald Trump get out yesterday. Them seized the American embassy in Tehran.
Yeah.
In 1979.
Yeah.
And in 1983, the same set of group bombed the American military barracks, killed over 200 people, military personnel from the U.S.
Do you believe he's dead though?
Well, you don't know.
Obi, why you turn up there? Hold on. Obi, you turn up something in your background. Obi, you're not hearing us? Hold on, it sounds like Obi having some problem because I heard like him turn up another instrument in the background. Conrad, if you're having difficulty, I suggest you hang up and rejoin.
Colin?
Yeah, man, that's you're turning up in the background.
You hearing me, Colin?
Yes, Obi.
Yes, Obi.
But you're
But
turning,
you're
up,
turning up
something.
something, Yaps.
No, that can't work. Whatever you're turning up in the background, your TV or another phone.
No, I don't turn up anything. All right, let me take me off, Colin. Take me off and let me.
Hold on.
Take me off
You
and
hear
let me
me
come
now?
back in.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Well, it's perfect now. It's perfect now. You hear the go ahead, caller.
Yes, sir, Bill. So I believe is from them time that Trump really carried the him are the only one where him believe him could have take the revenge, you know.
So I believe
just
him
take the revenge. It's just a revenge for the 200 military personnel when they killed in 83. So and really what brew right now is a revenge from way back before many of us did ban.
But then that not sound like Trump is a big man. That sound like you said Trump or a little boy where I care feelings for Venezuela and I care feelings for Iran and then putting the world in turmoil.
Look on the Epstein file. Is a true off. Is a true off.
But America is going to be the loser in all this, you know that? America is going to be the loser in all of this,
Yes, when I say no, but it's a true off on the Epstein file because him no want the distraction for the people that pay attention because Clinton, them go and testify few days ago. And it a come to the stage where them ask now why them not bring him in to do the investigation for him.
Yeah.
So it's a distraction. So him have to fire half, him have fire half to the distraction. Just like how you say our Prime Minister will do a little thing for distraction and the people in Jamaica now see it.
Obi?
It's just a distraction from the Epstein file.
Obi? I don't know what is happening with Obi. Obi, I'm going to take you off and you rejoin us. Let me take off Obi and make him rejoin. Because there's definitely some difficulties there. Some issue. Yeah, caller, continue.
Yeah. So it's just a distraction and I like well boy Trump really do anything really to suit the poor class of people. It make people really the poor class America where I'm saying. And him speech with that. I don't know. Some things in talk is true.
Hold on.
It's true.
Obi, you have a TV. We get to that.
No, I don't have nothing at all on Colin. The only thing that I'm on is my phone talking to you. I don't have anything
when
on.
When I talk, it's coming right back at me.
I don't know.
I don't know what is that.
I don't know what's going on there. Let me mute while you talk, Colin.
All right. Let's see if that's the reason. Well, yeah, that works. All right, caller, continue. We'll be listening.
Yeah, man. So it's just a distraction based on my personal belief. I mean, I say everybody believe.
Yeah.
The Epstein file come out real rigid and hot, and Trump just want a distraction.
Yes.
And yes, him have the authority in him own self. Yes, him bypass Congress because same thing in Venezuela. Them tell him say, hey, all right now, Congress I work for really try to impeach him.
But what is going to happen for the midterm?
Well, me believe that I might believe. Because me I go vote.
Yeah.
And me believe say I'm going to lose the election. After I lose the election and I vote the House and the Senate, he's a lame duck. He can't do what he has to do. And because in them control the House a representative right now and the Senate.
But even though he has to go through the House and the Senate, he's not going through them. So him still
him not go through them because I him control them. A film party control it, you know. So him thinks him can do what he want to do. But then when your time come, right now the people in work for one answer right now. Congress that work right now. And them put that thing in place now because him violate. Don't think they're not going to impeach him, you know.
Hold on the caller. Go ahead, Obi.
Yeah, Colin, the caller is certainly onto something there. The truth is that because both, the three arms of government is now controlled by the Republican. Granted, you have some Republican who are basically pushing back at Trump, but it's not enough to stop him. So the midterm November is going to be very, very crucial. And I agree with the caller that certainly Trump is going to lose. And at that time, he will be in for impeachment. But here is it. It is sad, Colin, to know that a president could be basically governed on such a whimsical thing, to go to war because he is fearful of being impeached, right? And so it's really and truly means that what we're seeing in today's America had really basically gone to the dogs by way of how it is governed. But sad to say, it is true. But Trump himself is also getting a lot of pushback from his mega base, because one of the things that he came to the people with is that he would basically do the total opposite of what he is doing. He will not be sending any American sons and daughters into war. He will basically bring peace to the world and so on. And we're seeing him going contrary to what he basically run and win. That's a biggie in the United States right now, even as I said before, from his own base. His own base is moving away from him now by virtue of this. And that is why it is argued that the Democrat will be coming, or will be ramping home big victory in the midterm come November.
We hope so.
Well, Colin, from all indication, when you look at the polls, the areas that Trump's supposed to be winning on, even his foreign policy, he is losing big on it. And this that we're seeing here now, which will it is causing the American population to be more fearful. We're talking about the whole business of suicidal bombing. The caller mentioned that we have seen a cessation on that. We almost forget that was a possibility in the world. We're going to see things like this come full circle. So remember, Colin, I don't know how many of you remember that some time ago people were fearful of even congregating in plazas, shopping centers in the United States. Based on what we're seeing now, all of these things are going to become full circle. So it's going to impact commerce. It's going to impact people basically socializing and all of those kind of things. This is what Trump has basically put on the table for the American people.
All right, sir.
Well,
bless you.
I don't know what's happening with your line, but it no.
You hearing me, Colin?
Yeah, man.
But you have to mute when we talk.
Yes, I'm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, caller, finish up.
Yes.
Let me take
Yeah,
a next
man.
call.
So that's what I try to say to yourself. Just a revenge from them time from 1983 and 1979. And him, just as a rude boy style, thinks, well, boy, hey, two of my people, I run the Congress and the Senate, but I can't just do what I want to do. Just like what them try to do, what them want to do in Jamaica. And thinks, well, boy, hey, PNP now have the talk. You see what I say?
All right, my brother. Respect
so
and
it's
talk.
just the same thing. So take care, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Nice talking to you. Keep
One
up
love.
the good.
876-804-7072. We're taking your calls. This is Talk Jamaica. Go ahead, caller. Talk to me.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah. I want to look
Well,
at...
it is morning where we are.
Okay, morning.
I realize it's afternoon in your place, but it's morning for us. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to look at attitude and behavior. You know what I mean? The same attitude that Donald Trump has. It's the same attitude that Terrell Falls. And attitude is also bringing the country to his knees. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It doesn't play by the constitution of Jamaica. Him doing one thing and then him go and curse Jamaicans off when he feel likes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I think we need to focus on Darrell Bars and his attitude. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's just like Donald Trump. And what I think we need to focus on too. You know what I mean? We know this is a playbook that play all the while. We need to focus on solar energy. Instead of sitting and cursing the Chinese, we should have encouraged the Chinese to come in and maybe put up a factory and teach Jamaica how to make solar panels.
But that has been the fault of the Andrew Wallace-led administration. For the 10 years, they have not done anything to improve our renewable energy, and we still continue to depend on fossil fuel. The Andrew Wallace-led administration has really failed really bad in that aspect.
Well, I agree with you, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean, based on the track record, the GLP have a track record when it comes to development. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the Jamaican people, you have Jamaican investors who can go there and lab with the Chinese to come in and build a solar energy factory in Jamaica, then teach Jamaicans how to build solar panels.
Exactly, and also the Cubans, I think, also have the technology of how to build the panels. You know,
yeah.
And we have sun.
You know what I mean?
We have sun all year round, and we depend so much on fossil fuel. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yes, that is it. So that's I think we need to educate the Jamaican people about
Obi, hold on. Obi?
Yeah, Colin. You say...
Hold on.
Hear me, Obi.
Hang up. Restart your phone.
All right. All right. Cool. Let's do that.
Yeah, because it really terrible when you open the mic. It coming right back at us in the studio. I don't know why. Continue, caller.
Yes, I said we need to be preaching about the solar energy from left, right, and center. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And encourage it. You know what I mean? And also we need to get a hold of Donald Vaz, because it's the same attitude that Donald Trump have. It's the same attitude that Donald Vaz has. Same behavior.
Yeah.
You can't talk to him.
Andrew Wallace,
you know what I mean?
Do them one thing.
Yes. You know what I mean? We need to focus on them.
I don't know if you see this man. I don't know if you see this man that I have on the screen. The picture that I have on the screen.
No, I can't see it.
The Prime Minister of Canada is basically emerging now as the world leader, you know. Mark Carney.
I've seen it.
This man,
if you know this,
I remember me telling you this morning from PortlandspiceTV. Canada is going to become a superpower. Canada is going to go around America. Watch a joke. Me are telling the people. Canada have a proper leader. America don't have a proper leader. And therefore, America is going to lose out to Canada big time. Watch.
Well, they are losing already. They are already losing, because most of the countries are moving away from America and taking the factory to Canada. You know what I mean? The people in Korea have done it. People in Korea have done it. The people in I think in some in Europe that have done it. You know what I mean? They move away. They start development in America, and they stop it and move it straight back to Canada.
You know that Carney was in India right when Trump started the war on Iraq.
Yeah. I think one thing we Jamaica need to do is start focusing on Donald Trump. Donald Trump don't care about black people. You know what I'm saying? So forget about them. You know what I mean? We need to focus on the people we have before us, like Donald Vaz and Andrew Wallace.
Yeah, but
the rest of the Minister of Agriculture, which to me is brain dead and useless. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I mean? We need to focus on try to develop our coffee. The coffee market is about $2 billion at the coffee market. China have a $300 million young coffee market who Jamaica has not touched yet. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you listened to the interview yesterday with Isaac Buchanan, and he told us that the government has given not 1 cent to farmers in Portland since the hurricane. When you hear Andrew Wallace came out and said that the areas that have not been affected much should basically fill the slack, nothing has been given to any farmer in East Portland. That's a damn shame.
Colin, the guy who, what's my name? I say name, Minister of Agriculture, he's brain dead and he's useless. listen me carefully. They find time to steal the money from agriculture, but they don't find time to find it for the farmers. He went to Parliament, and he was talking about he can provide after the hurricane damage the farming. His plan is to bring out six push behind machine to get the farmers to get the farmer together. This guy's brain dead. He's brain dead and he's useless.
It's a set of jokers who have run Jamaica.
Scammers
and jokers.
Yes, mate. So Jamaican people need to stand up, mate. Stand up now and listen me. The coffee industry is $2 million a day a cup of coffee. China has a market now for 3 billion yen. For coffee, you see, and Jamaican coffee is one of the Jamaican blue coffee. It's a very high price coffee.
Right now, we are exporting $25 million a year worth of coffee. That's what we're exporting. The coffee people told the government of Jamaica to invest 300 million Jamaicans in coffee, and we could increase our export to $100 million annually. And they're itching.
Colin, I'm gonna give you a joke. Okay, one of my experience. When I went down to a market and I saw a bloke was selling blue button coffee.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, I said, wait, but look at the price of coffee. What is the price you selling coffee for? You know what I mean? So I said to him, how come you guys sell the coffee so expensive and the Jamaican farmers is getting monkey money for the coffee?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was so upset with me and I said, listen me, don't blame me. Blame the middleman them down there. You know what I mean?
The middleman them take the money.
The price where they was selling for, man, the farmers in Jamaica could never afford a cup of his coffee.
Exactly.
It's one coffee where he can't afford a cup of his one coffee if he come and sit in Europe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the problem is, some of these middlemen in Jamaica was ripping off the coffee farmers them. They need to get
when Hubert Williams talk about it, Favor Williams and the whole of them costs, because you see, the Jamaican government that we have now have no interest in export, have no interest in production. And therefore, when Favor Williams say we need to grow the economy by 4 to 7% annually, she just touching out of one side of her mouth and then doing pure foolishness.
Yes, we're calling the coffee farmers. They need to fuck the people who they are trading with. They are the big rip-off artists. Them, you know what I mean? They give them monkey money for their coffee, and when they sell the coffee up in Europe, they're making a leg. You know what I mean? They are just pimping out for the coffee farmers. Them, you know what I'm saying? The coffee farmers the coffee farmers need to come together and change the people who they deal business with.
Well, it's difficult for the coffee farmers. The government needs to assist the coffee farmers, my brother. It's very difficult for the coffee farmers because it is like a cartel business in the coffee. And if the government don't assist the farmers not going to do well. Obi, you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back.
Colin.
Yes, sir.
Colin.
Yes.
You can go on your computer. You can go on your computer and mark the one goods now. It's not like first time. You have to depend on man to mark the one goods. You can go on the computer and mark the one stuff. Look for you want buyers. You see, it's not like first time. You know what I'm saying?
All right, my brother.
So the coffee farmer needs to be educated. But as again I said, we need to focus on solar energy. And we know about what Trump going on. Trump is just doing the playbook for America, though. You know what I'm saying?
Brother. Let me take a next call.
Nothing new.
Give her thanks. Program is Start Jamaica. Morning, Auntie. Hold on, Auntie. Hold on, Auntie. Go ahead, Obi.
Colin, morning, Auntie. Colin, I heard what the caller just said, but listen, let's not fool ourselves. There are two things that the world depend on, especially us in the Caribbean here. Oil and tourism. It is two major aspects of our income and how we do business, how we get along, right? And what is happening coming out of United States by the action of its president, Donald Trump, the attack on Iran, it is major. and let us make no ghost fool us and talk about we can basically market this through that route, etc., etc. This is major. This is major. And if you look across your television screen all over, one of the headlines that is there is that Iran is saying that they are vowing that they will be taking major revenge for the killing of their supreme leader, Ali, right? That's Ayatollah and Khamenei, right? They will be striking heavily for that. A part of what we know is that a part of the action that is taken to deal with these things, carry out these things, is suicidal bombing. We have seen the cessation of that over a few years, and we can expect that to happen. It means that what we saw where people were cowering, I remember traveling to the United States at some point, and people had become fearful of assembling in plazas, etc., 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 because they were fearful that anything could happen. I am afraid, Colin, that we're back at that place. In addition to that, we're going to see major uptick in the price of oil. We're also going to be seeing where the whole business of travel will be curtailed, and this will have impact for us here in Jamaica. And that is why I'm saying that as we build out indigenous areas that we can continue to live, we have to look at those, and those things has become more germane. The whole business of eating what we grow, feeding ourselves, and so on and so forth. Those things are going to become, are certainly not going to, but they are more important and more germane at this time in 2026 and going forward, Colin.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, morning. Morning, big up Bobby. You know what I ask school me come. Me here say, me understand, me not hear from me with me 1 ears. So a member of the Congress, the US Congress, say this speech where Mr. Holness gay. I carry come, it will affect Jamaica. Could you, gentlemen, elaborate on it for me more?
The blood of Jesus is against that congressman. That congressman is a Jumbi man. That congressman is a Jumbi man. Andrew Holness said nothing that should cost Jamaica anything. In fact, what Andrew Holness did was carry the line of Marco Rubio and Donald Trump.
Absolutely, Colin. You know, the truth is that you didn't hear it, Miss P, but yes, the congressman said that. But the congressman spoke a lot of baloney there. And as my good friend and brother Colin said, is that Andrew made a good talk as it relates to say that, listen, we must come to the aid of the people of Cuba. But he did not go to say, listen, we must support the government of the Cuba. As a matter of fact, he pivot right there and talk about get into the whole business of the domestic affair and so on, which carry the line of Rubio and Donald Trump. But certainly, Andrew Holness started out on a very, very good footing in saying that, listen, we must defend the people of Cuba, and we must put pressure on the rest of the world to come to their aid in terms of ensuring that they get the requisite aid that they need.
Hold on, Obi. Listen what Dean Jackson Miller read what the congressman said. Listen to this.
I harshly condemn this and find it lamentable that the JLP would cover up for the moribund dictatorship in Cuba when the Castro regime repeatedly intervened in Jamaica's politics to exacerbate partisan tensions and undermine the JLP. Jamaica will face the consequences.
Consequence for what? That man sound like a laborite. It sound like a Siaga apologist. You forget that America with the CIA intervene in Jamaican politics and starve the Jamaican people.
Colin, you read the tea leaves very well, because that's exactly where we're going. What the congressman forget to say or to remind himself of is that while we have no evidence that the Cuban did anything bad to Jamaica, as a matter of fact, what the Cuban did at the time was to help out Jamaica by way of food. One would remember the milk that came in from Cuba.
Yes.
One would remember the schools, the world-renowned facility GC Foster that continued to produce coaches of the highest level. One would remember those things coming from Cuba. What we know for sure is that the CIA had inserted themselves in Jamaica and sabotaged Jamaica, and even
the Jamaican people,
and even the evening tide home that was burnt down. That is also attributed to act of the CIA. And when me say so, persons who were a part of it basically wrote on that, write on that, and it is available for all of us to see the role that the CIA played in the undermining of the Michael Manley administration and basically put the Jamaican people under siege, similarly to what we're seeing now happening to the Cuban people.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, that me want to ask because so, I get the understanding.
Did you hear what Andrew Wellness said? Did you hear Andrew's speech?
Yeah, me hear Andrew's speech, and it was not bad speech.
Andrew don't say nothing.
But look for true, me never hear people talk about this congressman.
Madman, man. Congressman is a Donald Trump. He's a madman.
Make no broke it down when me understand. Because if you don't understand things, you can't have knowledge.
Andrew Wellness said what the Americans wanted him to say.
Right. And some people in the chat, let me tell you something. When you want to know something, you ask person who have the understanding. So that is the reason why I'm calling to find out, because I don't hear for myself. I'm going to hear people that talk. So I want after two astute gentlemen who have more knowledge than me in certain things. We broke it down that me can understand. So when me talk, me can talk with authority, with knowledge.
All
so
right.
And more people.
So that is the reason why we ask.
And more people.
Hold on.
This administration have some chicken. Me over 50. Me live in the 70s under the CIA problem. We don't have no food, we don't have no this, we don't have no that. Me live it. Me no hear about it. Me live it. And when me watch the speech of Michael Manley, it was Richard Nixon. Nixon was the president, right? And when Michael to tell him say the CIA was there, he said no. And the CIA man then can tell we say when them hear Nixon attack, say oh Nixon a liar, right? So me want to know for myself that's why me want to know where the congressman say how effective it is, because remember it's our future we're talking about.
Yes.
So me call and me ask. So who have a problem with it? Sorry, me want acknowledge me want to go forward.
Very well.
So I can relate to my grandchildren and children when they say something, right? Gentlemen, we thank you. I'm still in a class. I'm big up on ourselves.
Blessings. All right. Obi.
Absolutely. That the Congress, you have up to about 200 and odd congressmen. That lonely congressman, he was born in Cuba. His parents was a part of the oligarchs who own the great wealth in Cuba and so on and so forth, and was basically responsible for the suffering of the majority of Cubans. So what he's doing, he's still carrying this up to today, similarly to what Rubio is doing as well. So, but to be fair, we have to come to the defense of our Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, or may I address him properly, the most honorable Andrew Holness, by virtue of the first part of his speech. I personally have a problem with the additional layer of his speech where he basically went into the domestic affair of Cuba. But as you pointed out, Colin,
Just make your final pitch, because as we said this morning is the man.
Yeah, man. As you pointed out, is that he basically carried the final part of his conversation is carrying the line of Rubio and certainly Donald Trump. All right, Colin, bless you. Continue to listen. Have a great
Big
show.
up yourself.
All right,
One love.
Respect, Joe. Bless you.
Conrad O'Brien. We have a caller on the line. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, Colin, and all on the chat.
Morning.
You know, it's a morning of clarity this morning because, yes, we are very much watching this war that is going on down there and the effect it will have on our little island and the other neighbors in Caribbean countries and actually the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
Colin, you know what? My only question for that one is what is the purpose? What is the end goal for sitting at the table with the Iranian and then do that?
Then
we have to watch it play out.
Continue, caller.
Colin?
Yeah, man, continue.
Yes. So it really impacts everybody. But what I'm happy to see you put up my prime minister on board there.
Yeah, man.
Actually, it
this your money.
You are
this your money are gonna run the world.
Brother.
This your money. I take over the world. Remember me tell you. Anybody when I watch this man here, this man is showing leadership. This man is the man actually done circumvent US, you know.
That's, you know, Colin, he is brilliant.
Man, brilliant.
He is effective. He's capable. He's competent. He's credible.
Yeah,
and the man is grounded. He's not full of himself. He's a humble man. You notice how he goes around the world and how everybody welcomes this man with that kind of clarity.
Yes.
It's just not just a talk. It is him.
Yes.
No, for my word for him, he's a beaver. He's a Canadian beaver.
All right.
And a beaver in Canada is a national an animal icon. The beaver, he builds dam in everywhere. He doesn't just build one house. He builds many different houses in a whole body of water.
Yes.
So it has many different, and he builds it with all the material that is in the water, wood, water, stone, mud, everything. That is such a formidable creature into the Canadian and the mindset of Canadians.
Yes.
When we say elbows up, if you notice elbows up with the fist is like they stand firm. The true north, strong and free. Everybody didn't notice that Canada was going to make a move, you know. But this is the man that is ordained, he's blessed, he's inspired, he's put in place for these times like these.
The man make Donald Trump look like an idiot.
Portland Spice this morning.
The man make Donald Trump look like an idiot. Remember me tell you.
He is an idiot. The man is so full of himself. Even the Pope Leo. You know, see what the Pope, this is the man who is the head of the Christian world. Pope Leo. Read up and find it, Colin, what Pope Leo said about Donald Trump and what is the significance of what is spiritual. That is this Christian spiritual leader said about Donald Trump.
What he said about Donald Trump?
That's all I have to say. Okay, I'm holding the line.
No, what he said about Donald Trump, I totally missed that. I was distracted a while ago.
Well, that is what I'm saying. Pope Leo said Donald Trump is put in place to do what he's doing now. That's all he's there for. Not for the upbuilding of the American people. Not for anything. It is to destroy what America has become.
He's
in the eyes of the world and everybody.
Because, I mean, with the relationship that America had with Cuba, with Canada, and see Canada now is making sure that, listen, America, we don't need you. India is saying to Canada, anything you sell, we are buy. China is ready to buy. I mean, Canada export was 95% to America, you know.
You know, you remember, Colin, you hear what O'Brien said about when America sneeze, Jamaica catch a cold. That was what they used to say about Canada.
Yes. That's why Trump said
Okay.
Canada must become the 51st state or 52nd state.
Okay. 51st.
51st
and
state.
You know what?
But look here. What Canada is doing now. Remember, Canada called a world meeting last
in
week.
Davos.
Call a world meeting and say, listen, we have put together a fund that America cannot veto. Tell her! I done with America, you know.
You know, remember me, we spoke to you, Colin, Commonwealth. You know, remember me, we spoke to you, Colin, the other day and said, what is going on? Where is Jamaica in this? Because Jamaica is a Commonwealth country.
Listen, but Andrew Wellness now have them technical world skills there, you know. Him not have it. So him now see what is happening and now move with the times. This is the man. This man here is the man to watch people. Watch this man here in Canada. Watch Canada rise.
Colin, let me say one more thing before I let you go, and I'm hoping my fellow in the fellowship on Portland Spice start to look within themselves and open up their minds this morning and start to put the pieces in place. How much is the British pound on the market? How much is the Australian, the Japanese yen, the Australian dollar, the Chinese whatever, yang, whatever? Look at these countries that this man has put together in one unity with their money. Not just BRICS, you know, because BRICS, which is, you know, all of them, is on board with him already.
Yes.
This is a man that has taken Britain out of BRICS.
Yeah.
Out of collapse. So I leave that in the chat, Colin. Colin, brilliant move this morning.
Blessings.
Blessings, my brother.
Blessings, scholar. 876-804-7072. This program is called Talk Jamaica. On a Sunday morning, we give the callers a chance. Yesterday morning, we don't get no chance much for calling. Talk to Isaac Buchanan. We had Ralston Iman. So you never get much chance. Now we're giving you your talk. Talk Jamaica, morning.
Good morning, Colin.
Yes, sir.
All right. If you realize the name of the operation that between America and Israel.
What name again? You hear the name?
Epic Fury.
Rubbish. What does that mean?
Epstein file.
So I vex him and him take you out pan Iran.
No, not really. No. What he wants is destruction.
Yes.
It's all about destruction. Cause remember, you know, election is coming up in November.
Yes.
Right? Remember that Israel election now in October.
Yes, somebody talk about that this morning. I think I never heard that talk about that this morning.
So it's just pure in destruction they're trying to create to get rid of all this, because remember, I know, if this operation that American is planning to carry out down Iran doesn't work out, you know that it will have a ripple effect.
Yes.
Right? It will come back into America because he need to stop the election in November by any means. Remember, that's what he said, He said that in January when he was talking to his people,
Mm.
He said to them, if Democrat
win the election, midterm,
in the midterm,
they are going to impeach him. Yes.
And he said they need to do whatever it takes
to win the election.
Whatever it takes. If they realize they can't win the election, then the election need to stop. They need to stop that election.
How them all do that?
All right. Listen now. So remember, as I'm saying, remember in Iran, the first thing that they did is strike two school down in Iran. Two girls' school in Iran.
Yeah.
It will have a ripple effect.
Yes. So he's depending on Iran to retaliate on American style. That's what you're saying?
So you know the whole
people going afraid to come out.
Yes, them whole thing they are going to start up, and even if it's not Iran, something will take place in America which Iran will get blamed for. Then you know that the election will have to postpone.
My God. We're not think far. We're not think far.
If no one is listening to Donald Trump, then they won't understand how far he will go.
Yeah. You see, we put up Mark Carney this morning because we don't follow people, you know. We lead and the rest follow. This man here,
exactly.
This man here, I got to take over. And, you know, we have to look to him for leadership. We have to look to him for the leadership because America, the leadership that America normally provides, gone. And then when you team up with Israel, a country that kill baby, old people, sick, lame, and lazy, then it says to us that America has really lost their way under Donald Trump. The American people need to take back their country. I hear Donald is saying that the Iranian need to take over them country. The Americans need to take back America from Donald Trump.
Exactly, and rightly so. I like the Mark Carney that we are endorsing.
Yeah, man, the man a lead. The man a lead. I admire great leadership, you know. And the man is leading.
Exactly, because right now, if we look at the world peace, you know, UN, they are silent. They've been silent. You know, America went into Venezuela, and the UN basically silent.
Yes.
Right now, they've gone down into Iran because the thing is, there was still negotiating. So yeah. I don't know what justification can you have when a negotiation is going on and you're striking someone in a mid-negotiating.
Shows that your word no mean nothing.
But yet the UN is still silent.
Your word means nothing. Anyway, my brother, let me take our next call.
Yeah, man.
Thanks. 876-804-7072. This morning is the caller's morning. It's called Talk Jamaica. We don't invite guests on a Sunday morning. We give the people the program on a Sunday morning. Go right ahead, caller.
Yes, Colin. What I want the man them to know that when they hear the American congressman call, them remind Jamaica that the Jamaica Labour Party belongs to them.
Oh. But you hear the man say? The man point to the GLP, you know, it's not the government of Jamaica the man point to, you know.
The GLP.
Yeah.
Because look now, if these guys never step in and shut down Manley, Jamaica Labour Party will be exist no more.
But Jamaica would be a great country.
The type of program where Manley are carrying would have make Jamaica Labour Party doomed forever.
Because
them part program and all them program no is Manley are carrying. You see, doom the party, turn over all of the country to Jamaica people. The business and everything to Jamaica people. So Labour Party would have doomed forever. So they might remember Jamaica Labour Party said that them own it.
Why?
Learn that.
Dangerous.
You see my deal?
Yes, sir.
So those are the things I want to look for and say, well, then them own Jamaica Labour Party. See, sir?
All right, sir. Respect.
Bless, man.
One love. 876-804-7072. The program is Talk Jamaica. You're watching Portland Spice TV. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Like and share up the channel. This morning, we're talking about the real things. You know? What is this war in Iraq going to do to the Caribbean? Oil price are going to go sky wire. Yeah? Sky high. We're going to have oil prices. And then our government has put the edge tax to something else. So we have no insurance to come back when oil rise up. Mary, morning.
Yeah, good morning, Colin.
Yes.
You know something? I don't know why some people who call themselves journalists, don't keep their mouth shut, and make people think they are intelligent and then open it and remove all doubt. That, Miss Jackson Miller, she needs to catch up on her history, talking about Cuba interfere in election.
No, hold on. And Dian said that, No. Dian was reading what the congressman said. Let me play it for you again. It's not Dian said. It's this idiot congressman who said Jamaica will bear the consequences. I read Dian, read something from X.
I harshly condemn this and find it lamentable that the JLP would cover up for the moribund dictatorship in Cuba when the Castro regime repeatedly intervened in Jamaica's politics to exacerbate partisan tensions and undermine the JLP. Jamaica will face the consequences.
Marie, hold on. Marie, you're not listening to me.
Yeah.
You need to listen to me, man. You have to listen to me, I just played back the clip. Dian was reading what the congressman says after Andrew Wallace made the speech. Congressman in America said that Jamaica will feel the consequences, and he can't believe that the GLP come out and defend Cuba.
Okay.
So it's not Dian Jackson Miller said that. No. Dian was reading.
Reading.
Yes.
And I was apologizing to her, Colin.
Please do.
I was apologizing to her. That's what I was doing.
One of my favorite journalists.
I am your favorite. Not really mine. But I apologize to her. I apologize. I made a big mistake and I apologize. But that Congressman Colin is a second tier. Me regard him as second tier. Because what he must say now come from the Oval Office. And from it now come from the Oval Office, him not say nothing. You understand me?
That is true.
About it, yeah. No, him just him dream. Because as Conrad said, he was born in Cuba. And I guess his family had to flee in the revolution. So, him and Marco Rubio carry hands. But the current issues now, because, it is what it is. Iran has already started the campaign, Colin.
Yeah, man, Iran a fling missile all about.
Yeah, left, right, and center. Several Middle Eastern countries have been hit. Dubai, even Israel. Them send back something over Israel.
Yeah, man, they've been firing missiles left, right, and center. America is now busy trying to shoot down missiles all around the Middle East.
Yeah, and like you say, like we've been saying, the midterm. Somebody say, Trump can't postpone no election. America election date can't play with that.
What the caller? Hold on. You have to listen to understand what the caller is saying. What the caller is saying is that this war that Trump start now is the bigger picture is hoping that Iran now, when you hear Obi talk about the suicide bombers and them thing there, that will start in America. Now, if that starts in America, a lot of people now go and come out of them house to go vote or anything at the start.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So that's what the caller look far.
Yeah.
So I don't like Trump just postpone the election, but he might do something to disrupt the ecosystem for the election.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm listening, but I'm not. I'm learning because I thought the person was saying that he could.
No, that's not what the man is saying. But the man has said, all of this is a distraction to the Epstein file and hoping now that Iran will respond in a way because Iran now have the amount of bombs and nuclear weapon, but you'll start seeing suicide bombing in America. People afraid to go up on train. People now going to plaza no more. No major event now happen. So with something like the election, people will not come out.
Yeah, the crowd gathering. People will be afraid to gather.
That's what he's hoping.
That is so true.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have to understand.
Because he knows that he's gonna get a shellacking in November.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna get because even some states that are red, like Virginia and all of that, a lot of them are turning blue. So he knows. And, with the ICE thing and all of that, a lot of people, but like you say, Colin and the caller, is that people will be afraid to come out. So with that, maybe they will get to walk over.
And America, the Americans, all right, blessings, Marie. The Americans know
Yeah,
after...
that was what I wasn't understanding and was responding to. But thank you for correcting me.
All right.
Okay.
So the Americans
Yeah.
now have to get back to the stage where they take back America. If you didn't hear what Andrew Willis said, listen to him.
We must address the situation in Cuba with clarity and courage.
Just listen to what Andrew said.
Cuba is our Caribbean neighbor. Its doctors and teachers have served across our region. Its people are part of our shared history. But today, the Cuban people face severe economic hardship, energy shortages, and growing humanitarian strain. Jamaica is sensitive to the struggles of the Cuban people. Humanitarian suffering serves no one. Apart from our fraternal care and solidarity with the Cuban people, it must be clear that a prolonged crisis in Cuba will not remain confined to Cuba. It will affect migration, security, and economic stability across the Caribbean basin. It is therefore important that we carefully consider this matter and take collective action. Let there be no doubt, Jamaica stands firmly for democracy, human rights, political accountability, and open market-based economies. We do not believe that long-term stability can exist where economic freedom is constrained and political participation is limited. Sustainable prosperity requires openness to ideas, to enterprise, to investment, and to the will of the people. This moment, therefore, calls not for rhetoric, but for responsible statecraft, even as we encourage support for humanitarian relief. Jamaica supports constructive dialogue between Cuba and the United States aimed at de-escalation, reform, and stability. We believe there is space, perhaps more space now than in years past, for pragmatic engagement that protects the Cuban people from any further deterioration in their circumstances and instead promotes national and regional prosperity. Friends, colleagues, as it has been said, the geopolitical environment is shifting. Maybe it has already shifted. This may well be a moment of opportunity, a moment for transition, for recalibration, for a new chapter. CARICOM can play a constructive role, not as an ideological bloc, but as a community of democratic states offering cooperation, economic reform, and social development. This is not a moment for division in our community. It is a moment for maturity, for principled realism, and if we act wisely, for positive change in our hemisphere.
So that was Andrew Willis. What is in that for anybody vexed for Jamaica feel no consequence? Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Colin, as Mr. Man to you and your listeners and people in the chat.
Blessings.
Yeah, man. Maths are the easiest subject at school.
Yes. If you have
Yeah,
reasoning
man.
ability, you can do maths.
Maths are the easiest subject in our school. 1 + 1 can give 3. Can give 4. 2 + 2 give. Well, 1 + 1 has to be 2.
Yeah.
Can't be nothing. When you do English I add the subject. I then say, let's say you must add S to pluralize. And you say cat, but you can't say furnitures.
Exactly.
You can't say equipments.
And you can't say sheeps.
All right. So it's very difficult.
And you can't say equipments.
And all them. No,
Exactly.
neither furnitures.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
But what that one I agree. All right. So guess what happened now? You see literature? I know an easy subject, you know.
Talk to me.
You have a book named Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe.
Yeah.
You have Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
You have Animal Farm. You have To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes.
And them, you get an example on them thing there. You get some question if you don't know what you do, you write foolishness.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk to me.
That speech is this speech is a two-pronged approach, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. The speech is basically saying help human beings, but also Cuba must change.
Right. Yeah, so what I say.
Yeah.
So
me don't know this little jabroni man must wake up out of
him a one in a million. I mean, no reason about him, man. Him not
the prime minister never really said nothing too tough, you know.
The prime minister where they want him here.
Exactly. The prime minister carry Marco Rubio line. So there is nothing in that where America can vex about.
I know America vex. I want one man vex.
All right, sir.
You understand? So I just but by the way, as Carla said, I watch it from the thing unfold.
Yes.
This thing, you know, the man will close the strait of my moves, you know.
Yeah, they're not right. That's how the problem will start. And remember, so them have a next piece of waterway now. 2 waterway Iran really have access to, you know, the Strait of Hormuz is oil. But there's another one, where the next one name we deal with the container ship, you know, to go to the Red Sea, you know, brother.
Yeah, man.
So
that's the way he hoot them and so I got there. I hoot is them. I Yemenis them out clear out the ship raid them, you know.
Yeah, brother. A problem the world in right now. Problem.
Them bombarding about 8 days them man bomb already.
Man just a fire missile, brother. Man just a fire everywhere America have a base, the man a fire upon them.
Oil price I go $100.
What is going to happen to Jamaica if oil price really take off?
Oh God, man, we're not a problem already, man.
Where Andrew will tell we about the oil edge because we've been paying the oil edge for the last.
People still asleep in my car.
Yeah, and for the last 10 years we have paid the oil edge and no edging go on, you know.
The man them not keep up with money, man.
Squander a whole heap, rob up a whole heap, corruption that cost we $120 billion a year, and people talk about 1 p.m.
Oh, by the way, before I come off, the man have a succession plan, you know.
Who that?
Anything happen, man, like out there we don't have no succession plan.
Oh, you mean America?
No, man. Iran.
Oh, yeah, man. Them man that dangerous them way, them man. Them man that dangerous them way. Them man that dangerous them way.
Ayatollah son take over, and him more dangerous than Ayatollah.
All right.
And me I tell you, what chance have me not tell you?
All right, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Respect.
Don't dissident them that yeah, man.
Yes. And that's why I'm telling you, say, watch this man here. Look for leadership from this man here. Mark Carney, Prime Minister of Canada.
Yeah, man. Great, man. Remember that man did their Bank of England and all.
Yeah, man. But he was governor of the Bank of Canada first, you know, then he got the governor of the Bank of England, you know. So the man know geopolitics, the man know world economy, you know, man.
Yeah, man.
Man sharp like razor. And the man has must seize the opportunities created by Donald Trump rubbish, you know.
Yeah, man sharp like a Nazit, man.
All right, brother. Respect.
Oh, good.
Yeah, man. Talk Jamaica. We're live this morning on Portland Spice TV. And yeah, you hear that Power 106 will be shutting down on the 15th of March. Hot 102 will also be shutting down on the 15th of March. My listeners and viewers, are you all aware? Conrad O'Brien was first who brought it to my attention, and it has been confirmed. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Blessed top of the morning, Colin, and to everyone in Spiceland.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Yeah, Colin, you touched on some few points that I like. Well, let me first come up on this Mr. Mark Carney.
Yeah.
This man is a genius.
Yeah, man.
Tell her that much.
He's
a genius.
Man, grab me attention, man. Man, grab me attention.
From long time, from the old saga with Trump and what was going on and the tariff. I've been saying I'm happy with knowing seeing how he kind of hold the line, you know.
Yes.
And he have all the means and all the options to hold the line and Trump. And he leave Trump in his own shadow.
Yeah, man.
Right now. You leave him in his own shadow. You know that.
Oh, hold on. Somebody's just reminded me that the next waterway is the Suez Canal. Yeah, that also Iran can block that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know, they are one of the largest supplier of French fry to America, among a lot of things. But I'm talking on the coverage of French fry, which he draw a real serious card on Trump already, and it's like Trump going to his knees. Because the French fry, they run out of frozen French fry in America, where McDonald's and Burger King is serving on rations right now.
You serious?
And yes.
America run out of French fries?
Yeah, America, yeah. They're running very low on French fry. McDonald's serving and Burger King serving on ration right now with French fry. And Mr. Carney, have like how many million tons he put aside right now what America can get. But because of the tariff thing what Trump come up with the other day, them put lock on it and other countries signed deal to take it from them.
Yeah.
So we are left out in that part of that market.
No, India, remember, India is a massive market, you know, the man. Go down to India, you know. Go meet with India because Trump want cut off Russian oil from India, you know, and threaten India, right? And then now, you know, Canada have a whole heap of oil. So Carney just go down there, you know. And India say, yeah, anything you sell, we are buying, you know. Because more stable oil.
Well, it's a few states in America that Canada still supply electrics.
Yes. Including New York.
And those states that they supply electrics, one reason why they don't pull the plug on them is because those states are mostly Democrats.
So New York is one of them states they don't?
New York, Michigan, and a few more states. And that's why, but they don't pull the plug because those states are mostly Democrats. So that's why they don't pull the plug already on those states. So they can pull the plug on them anytime. No, Mr. Andrew Owens, I don't see where he said anything wrong.
No.
But I look at it as scripted.
Yeah,
so
man.
It's to figure out who wrote the script.
It was scripted. I mean, it was scripted.
It's scripted. Carefully, maybe
you hear him talk about statecraft? Carefully crafted. Yes.
Yeah, so it's scripted and it tends to play, well, you have this thing where you used to say we call Jackie on both sides.
Yeah, man, both team. Play.
That's the one he kind of full. The Jackie on both sides. But it is scripted. That one is pretty much
and that's why I come out and said this man I need to go sleep. This congressman need to go sleep and shut him out. And no more Jamaica media house not to carry it. Because rubbish.
What that congressman said don't hold no water. I wouldn't pay no attention to that. He's just talking and of his own grievance.
Yes.
You know, so I wouldn't pay no attention to that congressman. He's one of those MAGA congressmen.
Somebody saying Connecticut is one of the states that get electricity from Canada as well.
Okay, good. Now, let's look at the situation. Don't Netanyahu still under investigation in his country as well?
I think so. Yes.
So he is running from certain things to which will take the war to what might hold him back, might have to keep him there. And he tried that all over and over, just like Donald. There's there's something in the law that he can cancel the election, can postpone the election if the country goes out in full scale war.
Right.
So they can invoke that act for the election to cancel.
So he would have created that war.
Yes. And if he goes out into full scale, then he can use that act to cancel the war, the election.
The verse in American law, but that makes sense that if the country is at war, then you may be able to. Yeah.
Yeah, the commander-in-chief can invoke that act to cancel the war. I think it's a wartime act, they call it.
Okay.
So that is there. He can use. So actually, it's not only even Jamaica.
Yeah, man. I know. Yeah, man. That is in Jamaica.
So,
if there's war or pandemic or epidemic or something like that break out, you can cancel an election. All right, caller. Thanks for the call.
All right, my brother.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Talk Jamaica this morning. We're giving the people an opportunity to speak on what is happening in the world, what is happening in Jamaica. Yeah? Head boy in the house.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Tell her. Welcome, head boy. Talk to us.
We have been missing for a while. And so let me start quickly by addressing the elephant in the room, which is what has happened in Iran.
Yes.
Yeah? And let me just by simple saying, and I will not say anymore, war have consequences.
Oh, yes.
And
people make money from war too.
Yeah, man, there are persons, and by the way, you realize the war didn't start on a midweek, it started on a weekend because they couldn't affect the American stock market.
Oh, yeah, say.
No, the mistake.
Then Trump have them skills there for navigate that? You think Trump know that?
Sir, the man is the biggest investor in his son, Jared Kushner, is the biggest investor in Wall Street.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right?
Talk to me.
No, let us go to some of what has happened. Now, Israel, because of this, Israel just lost its biggest desalination plant. The whole water run through Tel Aviv.
So hold on.
Yeah?
Iran lick it?
Yes, they have hit the biggest desalination plant. They hit it, they intentionally hit it, and they've also hit electrical supplies.
So hold on.
No,
Israel then want to Israel. What them call the net? Wait, Israel the Iron Dome. What happened to the Iron Dome?
Let me tell you about the Iron Dome. Every time the Iron Dome fires, it costs Israel about $1.3 to $1.4 million to fire a missile to intercept. Those are the interceptors.
Yes.
What Iran did, Iran sent its weakest drones, its weakest missiles. So because the dome has to go on overdrives, so it has to keep on working. The least little thing you send after it is in overdrive, it just breach it. So then they send the strong missiles after. No, we're not here glorifying no war, because let me tell you something what really hurt me the most, Colin.
Yeah.
Imagine this is the most holiest period in our Islamic calendar. Yeah?
Yes.
This is a period where Muslims typically don't want to war. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because it is Ramadan. It is like Lent as Lent for Christians. You try to, sit down, settle, and seek God, and seek God's forgiveness for some of the things you have carried out through the year.
Yeah.
Now, why would America attack Iran and Israel? I want people to understand that there's a thing called the Epstein files. We're not going to go in details in it.
Yes.
But the Epstein files are real, and it is clear to me that America is being controlled by Israel. It is clear. There's no question. It is clear that the commander-in-chief is Netanyahu.
Yes.
That is clear. Now, let us go to the little that open Miami, when named Jimenez. Now, I don't know if people would have seen my Facebook, but I published, because I'm not afraid now. I'm not hide now. Yeah? Because this is Cuba they're coming from.
Yes.
I published in the week a report which showed who funded Congressman Jimenez. Congressman Jimenez gets its funding from a group in the United States called AIPAC. You know that group?
No.
AIPAC is the largest Israel lobbyist. Yeah?
Oh?
No, he received in 2022, and I'm going to send you the report. He received $200 and something thousand from AIPAC. But that was just in a small donation, because they can't give us over a certain amount. There are additional donations that were cut up. Then he received donations from a group called Democracy for Venezuela. You know who is the leader of that group?
No.
The man who them says supposed to be the president of Venezuela, Juan Guaido.
Oh?
No. Let me point out something to
To your listeners.
Hold on.
And what is
Why? We never put this on the table. Those boatmen that was killed by the Cuban military, the Cuban Coast Guard. 4 of them killed, 6 in jail. We have to put that on the table this morning too, you know.
Yes, and I tell you why it happened. Those guys, and if you go, you know why America cannot respond and why they will not respond and they will not respond?
They
because
can't.
they're supposed to show that the guys said they were going to invade Cuba.
Yeah,
so
because
when the Coast Guard responded to them and said to them, stop, they did not attack them, you know, it's them fired the Coast Guard, you know.
Yeah,
and
man.
The Coast Guard instructed them 2 times because a lot of our fishermen in Jamaica know that if you are out at sea stranded and you're going onto the coast of Cuba, those Coast Guards are the most helpful Cuban Coast Guard. Yeah?
Yes.
They will help you and they will render assistance to you. So they typically are not aggressive. And it's not the nature of the Cuban Coast Guards to attack people. So they responded in kind and they wanted them to know that they are prepared. And by the way, the Cuban army has been mobilized. There's a defense plan. All of those who are in Cuba, by the way, can have learned how to fire and can fire and are prepared to war.
We know that. Yes.
Those who are beating the drums of war in our backyard. And I'm saying, you know, Colin, there's very few times I have any praise to give Andrew Holmes. You ever hear me say something good about Andrew?
Well,
never.
At the first, me come out and defend him too. I can't remember if ever defending him on anything else, but I had to defend him on this one.
I want to give him some credit for having find the testicular fortitude to come out and now speak. But sometimes when you see a man attack, it's not that because him really want to say it. It's because him back up in a corner because him realize, damn if I do and damn if I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
And so we're not going to take not much from him more than just to say, at least you have found the testicular fortitude to stand up. But Jimenez, what do you know about Andrew that we don't know?
Yeah.
Because I have the view that these guys would have donated money to the Labour Party and disappointed that the Labour Party took that position. Let me explain something about Jimenez quickly. Now, people don't understand why these guys hate Cuba so much. A lot of them are funded by the Israel lobbies. Cuba was the first country to recognize Palestine. Yeah?
Yes.
So this is where it's coming from. Then, in addition, Jamaica was also the second to recognize Palestine under Michael Manley.
Yes.
When Comrade Yasser Arafat was then PLO liberation head in 1974.
Yes.
So we have to understand that what is happening is the Zionists, and we're not disrespecting anybody. We respect Jews, but we do not respect Zionists. Yeah? Judaism as a religion, we have all respect for it, but people who have their political philosophy Zionism, we don't respect it. So they are the ones who are now financing this attempt to go into Cuba. Now, Jimenez is a firefighter. How did Jimenez acquire so much wealth in such a short time?
Tell him.
Yeah? No, I tell you now, when you come from my homeland, no, regardless of the politics, put the politics aside.
Yes.
You will not destabilize Jamaica. You will, even though they all set up vagabonds in office, I have no much regard for many of them.
Right.
But Jamaica is our land.
And they are Jamaicans, and we know them are Jamaicans. So when it come down to the nitty-gritty, I will brother them.
No,
yeah.
Colin,
and
let
sister.
me move away from. No, Mark Carney, we need to give. I've been saying to my friend, John, I think there was some meetings at the Caribbean in some place in the Caribbean here. And I want to say that, you know, we have to move away from our traditional trading partners.
Yeah, man.
I know what's his name don't share the same view with us. Our good friend economics Prof. Raleigh.
Yeah.
I know Raleigh is saying that America is our biggest trading partner.
No, man.
We have to diversify.
No, Raleigh is saying we need to diversify.
Okay.
No,
so
man, Raleigh is for diversification. What do you? Raleigh, I said that's why we have a problem. We need to start look elsewhere. No, man.
I retract it.
No,
Colin, what I'm saying now, that Canada, the EU, China, and the Asian Pacific countries.
Yes.
I've actually been looking forward for more trade in Jamaica. We're not talking imbalance trading now. We're talking about trading that they can. China buy the most pork. Yeah, I not eat pork, but China buy the most pork. China buy the most talipa fish. Yeah, China buy. I'm giving you something. The Middle East people love coffee. Yeah?
Yes.
We need to now diversify our trading partners. Canada can't get enough of Jamaican sweet potato. Can't get enough of Jamaican pumpkin. Can't get enough of Jamaican callaloo. Right?
And we have good relationship with Canada, so we just need to get it there.
And there is no tariff in place. There's a free trade arrangement with them and us. So our farmers now and our government must now look beyond the United States. What we have in Washington, you know, is a tyrannical government.
Yes.
A government who does things with no regard for the law. Imagine the Senate, and I explain to people how American government works. The Senate must approve any invasion in any country, any act of war.
Yes.
This has never been brought to the Senate. When they strike Venezuela, they didn't bring it to the Senate. When
No.
they strike now Iran, they don't bring it to the Senate. And I'm saying to us, if these are the guys we want to know, tell us about democracy and how to run the place and who is not democratic.
And that's why I said, how can the Jamaica Labour Party be bringing Israelis here to give guidance,
they
counseling to our children?
Immediately.
And people sit down quiet on this, you know. Sit down quiet and not saying anything. Israel bomb school? Or the hell you bomb school? You kill babies,
no, and let me tell
poor
you
ladies.
Let me tell you what they are. They know that in the Middle East, Colin, I keep on saying Colin, that on a weekend, you see Friday?
Yes.
Is what they call Jumna. So it is a religious day. So nobody works on a Friday. Nothing gets done in the middle of Friday. Everybody goes to prayer. They take a break like the Sabbath. Yeah. So school resumes on a Friday.
So that's why they bomb the school?
That's why they bomb the school. They know the students were there.
Jesus Christ. And America get involved with that kind of action.
But that is who you have in Washington. When Secretary Root came to the Caribbean, that beast, mark of the beast, yeah, that who is about to bring the world to World War III. When he came to the Caribbean, and we need to ask the CARICOM leaders and CARICOM leadership, what did he say to you?
Yes.
What did he tell you to do? They don't want to talk. But I'll tell you what he told them, Colin, because you know I know.
Tell me.
I can tell you. Now, Kamala Prasad says so, and informally, I will not speak bad about brother informally because he's a Muslim. At the end of the day, you realize that Andrew was supposed to be up from 3. They were supposed to meet. Because Andrew got to the state of Cuba.
Andrew was supposed to do what?
Invite him. He was supposed to join them in Washington.
Yeah.
But because he made the statement about Cuba, they uninvited him.
So
yeah?
they are upset with what Andrew said?
They are. I'm telling you they are.
But what Andrew said?
Right?
Where Andrew said he upset anybody?
He didn't say anything. They just don't. Colin, he who pays the piper plays the tune.
Call the tune, yeah.
So how dare you come and sing a different song?
In a strange land.
I said, in a strange land. Aye. No, you know, Colin, I want to ask you a fundamental question. And your listeners to look at this. Imagine Kamala Prasad so is cussing Cuba, that Cuba is a dictatorship. But her big investments now is coming from China. Who in China you can speak out against Xi Jinping. You can't speak out against the women.
You see, that is the same problem I have with America. You have a problem with Cuba, but you're doing business with China. What kind of message that you're sending?
What hypocrisy. But in Saudi Arabia, if you make one mistake and say anything about the Crown MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, you remember Kamal Khashoggi?
Yes.
The journalist?
Yes.
Who was minced meat in the Saudi embassy in Turkey?
And he was what, American journalist, no?
Yes, he was also an American Saudi journalist, dissident. He was an American Saudi dissident living in America. Was analyzed, and Donald Trump will not say anything about it because Saudi Arabia has become, when you see Arabia join the Abraham Accords, right? You then understand what is happening. These guys are no longer respected by the Islamic world. They are Zionists.
Ed boy, you're breaking up. But I'm going to run Ed boy, give somebody else a chance. Thanks for the call.
No, Colin, 1 second as I go.
Yeah.
As I go, Colin, 1 second. I just want to address this issue in relation to what we now see emerging as a fundamental problem that is happening with the solid waste management.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Colin, the minister needs to give back the power of solid waste management. They need to destabilize NSWMA, decentralize it, and allow the parish councils to have the power to collect. Some of that property tax needs to stay in the parishes so they can collect garbage. Colin, the garbage collection situation is becoming awful in Kingston and St. Andrew and other parishes.
It's terrible right across the island.
It's terrible.
I have not been in Portland.
Somebody called me 3 weeks, almost a month, no garbage, no collect.
I have not been in Portland since January, but I spoke to Isaac yesterday, and he said that the garbage collection situation is getting better in East Portland. So that's some good news. But garbage collection is a problem right across the island. Thanks, Ed boy.
All the best, brother. Cool.
Yeah, man. Talk Jamaica, 876-804-7072. We're taking your calls this morning. It's your morning to talk. Auntie Winnie, morning.
72. We're taking your calls this morning. It's your morning to talk.
Good morning.
Go ahead, Auntie Winnie.
Just one thing. Why Andrew is letting in the Israeli into Jamaica?
Jamaican people need to call out and stop it. We need to stop it. We have Israeli in our schools sent by the Israeli government, sent to us by the government of Israel to be counseling our children in our school. Jamaicans, I am calling on you to speak out about this. Send them back home.
Well, I'm telling you, they're going to want the children to believe in them. Israeli are murderers.
Then when you're counseling people, Aunt Winnie, hold on. When you're counseling people, that's the first thing them have to believe in, you know. Them have to start trusting you.
I don't want them in my country. Why Andrew getting involved with China, Israeli? Don't they have enough problem with the United States?
No, but the Chinese have been here a long time helping Jamaica. Yeah?
Yeah, but there is more now. There is more now in the last 10 years. So
yes,
you know that.
Yes, there is more, but guess what?
And no passport stamp. They get visa to work, taking away Jamaica. Jamaica don't have nothing now, you know. Nothing. And now you're going to bring in the Israeli that kill people, kill children.
That is a different argument now. The Israeli kill babies. They kill the crippled, the lame and old ladies. They don't care who they kill. They bomb schools, they bomb hospitals. How can you be in bed with those kind of people? No.
Well, you see why I believe that, because look at the babies that died in our hospital and Andrew don't do anything about it. So I must believe what the Israeli do.
Then now show me your company. Show me your company. I tell you who you are.
Anyway, sir, thank you for taking. I'm just mad about it. By the way, did you hear there was an earthquake in Jamaica?
I see something like a while about a 4.7 earthquake. I glimpse something at the chat room.
It's a big one. My cousin called and tell me it was massive. So I don't know how massive it was.
Madam producer, hear anything about earthquake in Jamaica? Said it was massive, and no death, no damage though.
I don't know. She because is there a cousin of hers that live in the area, around the area? Tell her. So we don't know. I'm still waiting. I can't get her now to give me any more information.
Well,
thank you very much.
Touch base in Portland, no matter producer, see if anything. Just make sure. And everything all right at Portland.
Colin.
Wow. Yes, Marshy, you felt the earthquake?
Yes, man, it shake me up, man. And make me where I am, Spanish Town, Greendale.
Yes.
Make the feeling when I get me classify it about 5 to 7, you know.
No, somebody said it was 4.1.
4.1.
4.1.
Well, I don't know if I out of fright, but the official people then said that, so I have to go and work with it.
It is my viewers in the chat room sending this to me.
Okay. Yeah, but me feel it, man. And first thing, I feel ball out where children them there. Because, you know, they scatter about the place and a tablet, then live fun.
If I one thing, me afraid of earthquake, you know, brother.
Yeah, man, because no one in it just creep up on
yeah,
you,
man,
know?
earthquake just come, man. Me afraid I'd like puss.
Yes, man,
Yeah,
me fear
man.
earthquake big time, man.
Yeah, man.
There's one good thing about it. Before you get to frightened, good, it come and gone.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it shake long, you know, brother. I remember the other day when
Yeah,
the
man.
earthquake then that come regular. Why one shake so
Yes,
long till we start ball? Do God, stop no God, stop no God.
Yeah. I don't want to shake like the one over Port Royal 1692, where Swallow Lewis Galdi and then spit him out back.
Oh, boy.
You know, you was there. You was there that time.
No, I wasn't there.
Colin?
Yeah, I wasn't there. Marshy.
Colin?
Yes, Marshy, I hearing you. You're not hearing us?
Me just hear you now.
Yeah, man.
May I ask you if the one at 1692 was Swallow Lewis Galdi and pick him out back. Now, I wonder if you did at that time.
Me just about to fly in, but me change my mind and never fly in.
Well, I want to tell you something. Me did not see a swim. So me couldn't feel anything.
Them say if you walk or running
serious.
or if you drive or earthquake shake, you're not going to feel it, you know.
You not feel it.
Yeah.
No, if you insure your vehicle and it's a middleman collect the money.
Yes.
What you call the middleman? The broker?
The broker, yes.
Yes. So you pay over the money to him. And then something happened to your car. After when you go in and make a claim, the man tell you say the insurance will lend you say then I get the money. But you pay the money to the broker.
Yes.
No.
I know
where
you're
that's
going.
What the broker do. Not thief the broker, thief the money then.
Yes. I know where you're going.
Yes, man, a one straight word thief, you know. Thief that, you know. If you collect the money and not pay over the money, you know.
Collecting money under false pretense.
Good. Now, so make we cover up that and put it down like when we used to talk about eat and left when we little bit. So cover up that and put it down for the time being. Now let me go to this now. We have an oil edge in Jamaica.
Oh, yes.
Don't we are paying the edge?
Yes, we're still paying the edge. And the government not edging. Yes, I hear you, Marshy.
What happened to your program this morning?
Marshy, you're not hearing me? I am hearing
what
you.
What the hell happening?
Marshy,
you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, me just... Right, good. No. Me a pay over the edge. And now, as you mentioned not too long ago, because Iran would feel like a certain place, so oil going to rise.
Yes. Everybody's saying that maybe up to $120 a barrel.
Yes. But you're charging me for the edge, you know. So when the oil pass 60 or 60 something,
64.50.
You can't charge me. Right. So you wouldn't charge me anymore than what you used to charge me before. Don't it?
Well, yes. That's what it's supposed to be. That is what it's supposed to be, Marshy. Hello?
Money from me.
I think
something wrong this morning, there, student.
I think your phone I get trouble, Marshy.
Well, I don't know. But you hear all what I said a while ago.
Yeah, man. We hear about the edge. Everything. We hear you loud and clear.
Right. It's all right. So since me appear the edge now, it's the oil increase now. What Andrew Wayne is going to tell we say? It's because of what taking place in the Middle East.
And can't give with that backside. Them better resign. All of them better run away. Because we are paying the edge. And I like we stop paying it, they're collecting it and say we don't need to edge. So I hope when time come, them find a way. Marshy have a problem. Little more. Let me take another call. 876-804-7072. This morning's program is Talk Jamaica. That's what we do on a Sunday morning. Give our subscribers, our viewers, and listeners a chance to speak. Yeah, man. Funeral program on a Sunday morning. Watch it, the madam producer. Because West Indies playing India in a quarterfinal of the World Cup. West Indies made 195, and I think we have India. And it's 2 wickets down. How much runs that, madam producer? 41? 41 for 2. We have India 195 is a good score. Not the best score, you know, but the team bat well this morning, contrary to how they batted against Australia. The West Indies female team playing Sri Lanka today again. Yesterday they made 50. What was that, West Indies? What was that? So, what is happening in the Middle East going to affect Jamaica? Let me see this. Good morning, Colin. Didn't realize geopolitics was so interested. Iran have the right to defend themselves. Yes, any country you attack have the right to defend themselves. And it is strange that negotiations were going on when the attack take place. And every sign or every report was that they were about to come to an agreement. So it was very strange when we heard yesterday morning that Iran was being bombed by America and Israel. But I don't know what me there with Israel, you know. Me not nothing with Israel. Nothing with Israel. Israel is a dangerous country led by Netanyahu. Dangerous. And I am worried about a country like America, who's supposed to be world police, getting involved with Israel when schools are being bombed. That is un-American. America not do that. No. So, Donald, pull back, Donald. If you are going to deal with something with Iran, go it alone. No mix up with Israel. Because Israel, when it comes to war, have no standard. Don't mix up with Israel. And that's why I have a problem with this Jamaica Labour Party. The relationship that the Labour Party in Jamaica is in with Israel. And the kind of things where them have Israel involved in a Jamaica. Jamaican people don't need to rise up against the Israeli influence in Jamaica. Show me your company, me tell you who you are. And Orius Chang, you make a statement that when police go out there and kill criminal, how you know say the man them a criminal before the man then got caught? Orius Chang, have you given orders to the police to shoot first and ask question after? May I ask you that, Dr. Orius Chang, if you are the one who give the orders to the police to shoot first and ask question after? Because what I heard you said to Dean Jackson Miller, we have questions when police go out there and kill criminal. Oh, you know, say the man them a criminal. Even if you have intelligence, it must go to court. And they must find guilty by the court. Morning, caller. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Colin.
Morning and welcome. Talk
Mr.
Jamaica.
Colin, I'm listening here.
Yes.
And it's a good thing. I know God. And trust him, because let me tell you, a lot of people right now in America is in fear.
Of course.
In fear of moving around. A lot of airstrips are closed, some airports and all of that. Fear. It's just fear everywhere. And you know, we have the ones, the lonely wolf. Those people would be in all their basement, because you know this is a multinational country,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And some of them would be in their basement right now planning.
Yeah,
and
because you don't know if you have
are going
sleeper
to be
cells there.
martyrs.
You don't know if you have sleeper cells in America. Wait for this.
Yes. And they normally target crowded places like schools, Walmart, shopping
the question,
areas,
caller?
and all of those things, the malls and so on.
You know the question?
Yeah, and even
Hold on.
people, I know people cancel their flight, say them not leave. They have places to go to see about their businesses, and they cancel their flight because
I am suggesting,
they will target the place.
Caller, I am suggesting that FIFA move the World Cup from America.
They better do.
Don't keep no match of America, FIFA. Move the World Cup football from America. Keep the match them in Canada and Mexico.
Yes,
Leave
because
out
this
America.
is going to be a long thing going, you know, a long thing going. Mr. Colin, when I wake up and I see this, I have to be wondering yesterday if this was really real. I couldn't believe it. War at this time?
Yeah, man, there was no need for that right now. No need. No need, Carla.
But there right now, money is needed in the country right now to help poor people for so many other needs. And you find money to go to war?
Yeah, man.
People pick me up dead with 19-year-old, 18, 20, 21-year-old young soldiers are dead, you know. People's children, sending them to war, not sending them.
No.
Not sending him son-in-law and pick them. Going to war?
Carla,
we have to pray. This is my area right now. Let me go on, Colin, talk.
I said we have to pray right now. Those of us who can pray need to pray. Go ahead.
Mr. Colin, in my area right now, the place quiet, no movement. Everybody like them under lockdown. We said the place quiet, no activity. I look outside, no activity, nobody going and coming. Every car is parked up.
Wow.
People are in fear because anything can happen at any time. This is the beginning of the end, you know, and it's going to affect every aspect of life and every country is going to affect right now, this situation.
Yep.
Lastly, make I come off and give somebody a chance.
No,
Colin,
you're going to be the last caller.
I am saying to...
You're the last caller. We're running.
Thanks be to God. Anyway, I'm saying to myself, with what is going on with Jamaica right now and the situation, and you get himself in a one piece of la. But make we watch and see, and see how this is going to play out. And I am saying to myself, with all the money, the trillions of dollars that is missing from the taxpayers' fund, these people take the money, they are rich, they are multimillionaire.
What trillion of dollars you talking about?
Why can't they seize their assets?
Hold on, what trillion of dollars you talking
their
about?
Accounts.
What trillions of dollars you talking about?
You don't know what me talk about, Colin. We don't everybody go in there. So can you know so the money missing and them meddling at taxpayers' money over and over and accounted for funds?
As we hang up from this call here, we come off.
All
right, hold on. Yeah, go ahead, caller.
Yeah, why can't they charge the people who are responsible and make sure the money is paid back?
Which trillion dollars you're talking about? Which trillions
it is a good help, you know.
Hold on, which trillions of dollars you're talking about?
From taxpayers' money, the misuse of money, where them use the money to this and that uncalled for. The monies that are unaccounted for, Colin.
It doesn't
that is
mean,
what I'm talking about.
Hold on, it doesn't,
taxpayers' money.
Hold on. It doesn't mean those monies have been stolen in a caller. What happens is
that...
No, hold on. Listen to what I said to you. The money that the Auditor General talks about, the money is not properly accounted for. It doesn't mean it is stolen. What happens is that every year, each ministry must do an audit and report to the Auditor General on how the money that was budgeted to those ministries has been spent. They have not done that properly. Some ministry for 9 years, some ministry for 10 years. So it no means that it has been stolen. So not put it that way yet. All right?
All right. What about the one with Vaza now? That are misuse, you know. That is misuse. What must pay about that
so
one?
We need to investigate and do what we need to do. But we're running. We talk again. We could talk tomorrow evening.
And must pay about the drill one too and the 80 million.
Yes, and the money for Cornwall Regional. I understand, you know. Let's talk again.
All right.
Blessings. Obi say want to say something for a minute. Then Obi, why you never use the link? All right. Let me bring on Obi for a minute. Him say want to have something more to say before we go. Because we have things to do this morning, so we not staying on any longer.
Yeah, Colin.
Yeah, go ahead, Obi.
Let me say good morning to that caller there. She know why I'm telling her a special good morning. But Colin, I just want to say this in 30 seconds. You recognize exactly what I said to you earlier. That is what your last caller is mirroring. Where people are now scared to death, she mentioned, as to how her peace is quiet. And as we go along, we're going to hear more and more of this coming in. People are going to be afraid to go into plazas, shopping centers, etc., in America. I just wanted to say that to basically support what the caller is saying. We pointed to it earlier.
We did.
This is what is happening, Colin.
Blessings, my brother. One love.
Respect.
My final thing would be that FIFA must now look at the World Cup matches that they have scheduled for the United States of America. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening, peace be with you, my people. One love.